Hey, welcome back, ghouls and goblins. I hope you're having an absolute magical day, and thank you so much for taking the time to support the channel. Ooh, woo wee. Alchemy is here for the streets of New Capenna. We have a ton of new cards, and this means that we get to gain access to a free entry event, gaining some packs for our time, which is super exciting. This is, in lieu of the play code, which we typically get for a release, but I actually enjoyed it. I had a ton of fun within today's video, playing all of the different decks that you have the choice to use throughout the event. And, what better way to experience Alchemy than completely for free, right? Because there's a lot of rares and a lot of mythics within these decks. They are not your average pre-constructed build from Wizards as far as I'm concerned. Like, these things freaking slapped. Did they get a hold of one of my clones? Do they have my clone building decks for them? Is that where they went? I've been looking all over for you, HGG number 2. Again, thank you so much. Make sure to like the video, comment, subscribe, become a YouTube member. Things like this, they really do help the channel continue to go on into the future. And enjoy today's video. All right, so here we are. You can, of course, buy the bundles, which is super exciting if you're into it, right? Some new offers here. The cosmetics as well. Typically, I stray away from that, and in Alchemy, I only get the cards that I need. Now, with this being said, if you're not into buying the goodies, you can use the events here on the homepage to enter. Shoutouts to the Commander Legends Boulder Gate. I actually have a pre-order coming in, which is super exciting. It should ship on June 10th and be here a little bit later this month. So here is the event, and you're going to gain, don't add, inspect. You're going to gain access to these 4 decks here, all of which are very, very powerful. In the video, we go through each deck and basically learn how to play it, which is super exciting. Having never played with these cards before, it's always a bit of a learning experience, but loving it. Like, if we look at some of these decks just really, really quickly, 4 copies of the Riveteer's Provocateur, a new card that's a rare, right? You can play with and experience 4 copies of the Devourer. It's a mythic, right? Oh my lord.com, right? So get to experience the new cards without spending the wild cards. Mwah. We absolutely love it. That is so cool. Again, maybe we'll recap the decks really quick. So this deck revolves around the Provocateur, this new card, and it will give blitz to our other creatures perpetually, and then we can blitz in some creatures that we may not have looked at before. The Unlucky Witness, when it dies, you get to draw and play cards, which is crazy good. The Woe Eater, when it dies, draw a card, gain 2 life, they discard a card. There's a lot of really, really cool effects within the deck thanks to the Provocateur, and then we can recast creatures, making them into massive ooze counters with the Devourer for 2 mana per token, which is pretty goofy, right? So, and then sacrifice those creatures with the Incinerator. The deck is really cool. It's stacked with mythics and rares, as they all are, and they're a ton of fun, right? So that's the Shock Troopers deck as an overview. The Cabaretti build, revolving around the Racketeer boss and the Rope Line Attendant. Both of these cards are absolutely fantastic. And then we have what is even more goofy, the Back Alley Gardener and the Cabaretti Revels. So again, look at all of these rares and mythics that you'll be able to experience without spending your wild cards. Fantastic. Just go binge this event. You know what I mean? The boss was actually my preview card. Very, very cool, and I love it. When it enters the battlefield, choose up to 2 target creatures under planeswalkers in your hand. They perpetually make a treasure when they enter the battlefield. That is so cool. And then the Rope Attendant is a 2/2. When it enters the battlefield, creature cards in your hand perpetually gain. When this creature enters the battlefield, create a 1/1 green and white creature token, which is crazy because, we want to get 9 creatures out for Jetmir, and that's going to allow us to do this. The Revels, whenever you cast a creature spell, seek a creature card with lesser mana value, boom, directly into the battlefield, right? That's so goofy. And probably the craziest thing I've ever seen, for 3 mana, a 3/4 with Alliance, Back Alley Gardener. Whenever 1 or more other creatures enter the battlefield under your control, seek a land card, put it into the battlefield tapped, triggering only once each turn. Whoa, that is goofy, right? So we're reducing the cost of our creatures. We're playing a whole bunch of creatures, making a bunch of tokens, and flooding the battlefield with land and free casting from our library This deck has it all. I had a ton of fun with this build. Finally, well, not finally, but second to last, Gardener of Exotic something. I don't know. Exotic Pets, maybe? Garden of the Exotic. Sure. Volo, a creature card that I've never really experienced, so this was really cool. We're copying creatures of a unique type, playing off the top of our library through Reality Chip. This is something that's old. New cards, though, if we can get to it. Something that's not so wildcard intensive, but very good. The Mangare Curator, allowing us to draw more cards from our library as we're copying those cards and free casting with the chip, like I mentioned, which is really, really quite nice. I think that is this the only new card in the build? I honestly think it might be. Are there any new alchemy cards here? There has to be. There has to be. Where are they? The giant regrowth for 3. Return target card from your graveyard to your hand. It's a creature card that perpetually gains +3/+3. Nothing crazy. Nothing crazy. What a unique deck. So out of all of the decks, this deck includes nothing that's new other than the Curator, which in all honesty does light the deck on fire. It is so good. And then the Regrowth, which, you know, isn't anything that we wouldn't have access to because we can just bring things back from the grave with Tomeo. But copying your creatures, you can tap your creatures, you can flood the field, you just fight your creatures. So many different ways to play this deck, and a very, very fun mid-range build. Finally, the Flow of Information, which is the Esper Connive. A couple new cards here. I believe it's the Syndicate Recruiter. 4 mana for 5 Flying Ward 1. When it enters the battlefield, mill 4 cards. Then for 5 or more mana values among cards in your graveyard, conjure a card named Dig Up the body into your hand, which is, you know, just going to help you continue on through your library, get you going, right? The Diviner of Fates for 3 mana is a 2/3. When it enters the battlefield, it connives. Whenever you discard 1 or more cards, seek a card that shares the card type of one of the discarded cards. Wow, that's really good. It's just like connive with a draw. I'll allow it. Triggering only once each turn, yours and your opponent's, which is super fun. We have also the Choice of Fortunes for 3. Seek 2 cards, then you may shuffle them into your library. If you do seek 2 cards, then you have no maximum hand size for the rest of the game. So get what you want, or look again. And I believe that's all we have that's new, which is actually pretty cool, right? So they're adding a couple key cards to previously existing builds to make them much more powerful. And it's, you know, conniving with the Diviner of Fates is definitely going to get the job done with this build. And who doesn't mind a 4/5 flyer with Ward 1 that draws you draw cards? You know what I mean? Absolutely goofy. And we do enjoy the deck, right? So we've played all of these decks for you guys today. You can kind of get a good feel for all of them and the new alchemy cards. So if you're looking to, you know, spend some wild cards on some of the things that you see today, you will be making the correct choice, right? Because you're going to get to see exactly how everything works out. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Thanks for watching. Make sure to like the video, comment, subscribe, become a YouTube member. Super thanks down below. Join the community Discord. Most importantly, have yourself an absolute magical day and enjoy the gameplay footage. Round 2, fight. I absolutely love this. The fact that we have Racketeer's Boss on turn 2 excites me more than I'm willing to admit. Stop it. This is a really nice hand. And a better pre-constructed deck than I was expecting, in all honesty. Do some nice ramp here. I'm going to throw onto the Workshop War Chief, so we're playing 3, it goes to 4. And then we draw land. Which actually might not have been the right place. It's got the green source that we draw. But it's the biggest play, and I like that. Here it is. Never punished. I don't think we're gonna attack in yet. We're gonna keep our creature total high for Jetmir. I don't know if they want to bounce that because of the perpetuate ability. Because when it re-enters, it's going to make another treasure, right? It doesn't lose that ability, it keeps it. Very good card. They should most likely deal with it, and I assume they have a way to do so. Sitting on 6 available mana. There it is, Inscription of Abundance. With a kicker. Okay. Wow. That actually might be good. Right, so we're about to bring our back alley gardener into play again. That's going to make another treasure, and it's just like a crazy good card. There's a lot of things to parse here. So much easier when you have the meta locked down. Apple Vigilance. I'm going to take some damage here. War Chief out. Makes a treasure token. Brings our gardener back. Okay, I've misinterpreted this. Whenever you cast a creature spell, seek a creature card with lesser mana value. Put it into the battlefield. My bad. Why am I thinking that it brought it back from the graveyard? This is what I mean. A lot of things to parse. And I don't know how to read. I just look at the pictures, and the picture here says, you know, bring those creatures back from the grave, baby. Let's go. Hashtag my bad. And it gets wrecked. But we do get the land. And I'm a big fan of this. A big full land. Grab this as a second red source here. Back alley is a go. Next turn. Play it smooth. I love that land into play. Wow, that is good. Yeah. I'm gonna smash 4/5. I might just take it. Flood that field, baby. Ramping while you play creatures is like... That's pretty cool. That might be problematic. Yikes. We didn't even get to do the do. We're going just like to the moon next turn, right? Oakley dokley. Keeping 7. Some removal. We have a green source. Let's make this a black source here. And then this is our red source. We will untap. And just get down to business. Blitz the witness. Right, just for the death draw. That's pretty cool, blitzing this unlucky witness. Oh, I like that. it up. Nice hits. Sacrifice, draw, and then it itself draws cards that we can play this turn. Why am I not able to play this? Oh, it's on my end step somehow. Because we clicked through. You know what? Dayblades, let it rip. Just a single card. This is okay, just getting through our deck. Okay, Blitz is at the beginning of the next end step. I don't use Blitz a lot. You do today. For some reason, I thought it was after combat. I like that dual land there. Feeling like the Blitz here as well. Probably confirmed damage, and we get to hopefully put something into play. A decent chunk of damage at that. Oh, and that's a nice drop here. At the beginning of your upkeep, sacrifice a creature. When you sacrifice the Woe Eater, each opponent... So we could put haste on this. I like that. And then when we sack this with the Blitz ability, it's going to trigger. Okay. I'll allow it. That's a very nice synergy here. Very cool. Not only with the Witness, but now also with the Woe Eater. That's feeling fairly budget, except this is a rare, which is required for the whole thing to take place. Oh, Syndicate Recruiter, 4/4/5 Flying Ward 1. When it enters the battlefield, mill 4 cards, then if there are 5 or more mana values among cards in your graveyard, conjure a card named Dig Up the Body into your hand. Here's Dig Up the Body for 3, casualty 1. Mill 2 cards, then you may return a creature card from your graveyard to your hand. Okay. So I think we're running a little bit off. This is Ward 1. We do have Menace. This could work out in our favor. Hold my beer. Gotcha. And we make a treasure, right? So that's pretty cool. I say hold my beer, but it's more like hold my coffee. Diviner of Fates. When it enters battlefield, it connives. 2/3, and whenever you discard one or more cards, seek a card that shares a card type with one of the discarded cards. That ability triggers once each turn. Okay, that's pretty cool. That's very good. Wow. brings us to 7 available mana. 4 and 7. Let's just get him, dog. We're an aggro deck now, Billy. We are an aggro deck now. Wow. So we gain 2 life. They discard. We draw as well. And again, a draw from the Blitz. Draw from the Blitz. Wow. And we still have access to those from the grave as well, right? And it's a perpetual Blitz. But that's the token. And I don't think the token would have Blitz. Yeah, it's just like a dead ooze token. It would be cool if you could replay them as the creatures, though. It would be deadly. Okay. Let's dodge Walrus Disruption, like a super cheap counter. Try to throw in the Ghast. A lot of treasures. There's a lot of treasures coming our way here. That's going to help us in our coming turns. 1 damage to them. Now that's pretty juicy. We are on end step though, so just pass it. We have a Deadly Dispute here as well. I mean, it basically only costs 1. You draw 2. It's worth doing. This is what we want. Beautiful. More Blitz. More Blitz, baby! 4 cards in their hand. Yaz. Okay, I can definitely get behind this deck as well. I was like, oh man, this Cabaretti deck is so cool. But this Riveteers deck is also very, very cool. Hashtag already have it. On the slow, whoa. I don't care for the hand either, though. Try it. I mean, there's stuff here. We just need to draw some value. I want to go quick. That's interesting. Let's hold on to it. I mean, the casualty of the Witness is a little bit better. We still have a blocker, so whatever, right? Technically, we could remove 3 creatures with this finale. Or just that. That's a removal card. Very nice cleanup here. Taking out Gardener. We know how good that is. And we'll also take out the Intrepid. Slide in the Proving Grounds. 52. I like that. The Racketeer's Boss. Good card. Can we beat this deck? Let's see your removal, bro. I guess we should have attacked first, whatever. It incentivizes them to block if we play the creature first, for them to see that, like, oh, well, now my attack does nothing. And I kind of just wanted to remove that, 'cause with the Cabaretti deck, you don't want them stacking a whole bunch of creatures. Doubling down. Okay, there you have it. And there's excess damage here, which is very good for them. You have to respect it. Give her our damage. Sack the Witness, whatever. Oh, no. Actually quite hurtful. It's not bad. It can help us get things going from our grave. Uh-oh. You're so good. Like an absolute boss. Another fight effect? Don't you dare do this to me. Should almost block that, but I won't. No attacks, but a very nice field state. Actually, I don't care about your Jetmir. I would take that. 2 cards in their hand. Ooh, ooh. That is a fat War Chief. Oh my gosh. Look at the size of that wrench. Nice. Good for them. It's brutal, and we get just a land. Yikes.com. They should have maybe killed the Death Touch. Playing defensively. Hopefully they can't stack creatures. Nervous. Oh. That's good. That's good. That's good. No! We are in trouble.com. We need some big draws. These are big draws, aren't they? How many lands in a row can you get? Oh, that is very good. 3/1 drop happens to be the pup, also very good. Oh, it happens to enter the battlefield before, but it doesn't trigger it. There's no haste here. We're about to get bodied. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's gonna trigger Universal Trample. Whoa, settle down. Going first, I like the hand, honestly. Calagreators is one of the best cards. My first playthrough of the deck, so expect some misplays. Is this only forest? Because I need a blue source. This is forest. Do you have any... Okay. Tiny shell receipt? You can enjoy that. Alright, next up we have a Volo. A card I've actually never once played with. I just thought it was a commander card. Whenever you cast a creature spell that doesn't share a creature type with a creature you control, or a creature card in your graveyard, copy that spell. That sounds fantastic. It's a wizard. Jellyfish, I mean, that's unique. Interesting. Be our second blue source. We're in danger here, though. They pump out the damage. Pump it up. Books and rocks. Interesting. Veteran out, okay. You're gonna second cast slaying our Galagreators. Not a bad play. Fairly good if you ask me. It's not as good as dealing with our Volo, but it still should be taken care of, right? How do we copy these? They're legendary, though. Right? That doesn't work out for us. No blocks. Let's keep the token. I'm going to immediately configure it. No attacks. We cast spells and play lands off the top of our library. Fantastic. We don't have much of a hand, but maybe we can free cast off the top of our library. I haven't played as the Esper build yet, so I'm not super certain of exactly what it does. It just maybe feels like a connive deck with extra tools. Played against it a few times, but nothing crazy, seriously. Conniving here, and the Syndicate's going to enter play. Working very well with the Diviner of Fates. Woof. Wow. That's a lot of value, man. And big hit for 6 here, no blocks. Could exploit itself. I don't mind that. That's actually very cool. Finding this. We're only gonna have 1 mana anyways. Let's slam in the pup. It sucks because it's pushing up the shredder, and I think we're just gonna die from their flying damage and whatnot, but maybe we can lock one out. I do like this though. The copying of that is like, and we could flash this. Okay. I'll allow it. It's pretty cool. It's our last cast off the top, too. It's actually very nice. Flash casting off the top of your library. Wow. They may have counter magic. I wouldn't appreciate that. But I think it would still copy, right? Because it's whenever you cast. So the counter would be less effective. But a very good card to be copying here. Okay, and they bounce copy to our hand. That would be most effective. Please bounce the original to my hand. I would love that. Getting a good feel for the deck nonetheless. They do bounce the original. Can't pay the ward 1, which is saddening because it's a big hit. But let's just lock out that other flyer. Still getting hit for 4 confirmed. I think they counter the original because of the double Tenacious Pup triggers on it. Right? It would have been a 4-3 with Vigilance and Trample. Which is decent. Just decent. Now we get to maybe re-counter some of their attacks with taps. We're definitely on the losing end of this, though. Maybe like a Titan, right? That could be good. It's got reach. It's a big body. Can gain us some life. Get out of here. Land goes. Play this land. We just need to save 3 mana, so we still have 3 mana. Potentially 4. There's 2. Oh! Can we survive? Okay. Now there's a game of Magic on our hands. Let's go. Ooh, we've already played a land this turn. Need to save 3. Does this land come in untapped? No. Okay. All we have. I will draw a card. Absolutely. That works very well with the deck. I like that. Yo, I'm paying that ward 1. Just a 6. It's their turn. Well, I mean, it has been their turn, but now it's their main phase, right? We've got the flyer locked out. That's good news. All right, they're going to kill Volo, which is literally the best thing they could do as we're about to drop a Titan of Industry. It'd be cool if we could re-Volo. I don't know if we have time to do that. Okay. Jellyfish is unequipped at this point, so we're not casting off the top unless we re-equip it. Whatever. Can the Titan survive? I like this. We can mount some non-land permanents, maybe. Open up our attack lanes. I want to get Volo back in play, though, right? We just need to slam the Titan for survivability in the short term. Long term, we still want to get as much value from our deck as we can through the copying of spells. Alright, what's going on here? Miner's doing its thing, conniving. Whenever you discard it, pay 1 if you do return a creature card from your graveyard to your hand. Interesting. And what will this be? Crab. www.crabs. No. It is the Syndicate Recruiter. Second copy of it. Well, I'll tell you what, I don't appreciate that, and they can actually go ahead and cast that right now, which I also don't appreciate it. When it enters the battlefield, mill 4, then if there are 5 or more mana values, conjure dig up, which they can do. Interesting. Take our turn. Land out. Or 1 land off. Here's Volo. Here is also Tomeo. She might take the heat off from us. Ledger Shredders, whatever. I guess they're looking for removal on our Titan. But I'm hoping that Tomeo pulls priority away.
I am privileged to carry true history to the other world.
Grab that Curator again. The draw engine's very good. I mean, Gala's super tempting.
Arena.
But I think this might be better. No attacks, we're straight chillin'. If all goes well, we may have recovered here. Things need to go according to plan, though, and that may not happen. Right? Our opponent also has a ton of cards in hand. There's a good chance at least one of them's a removal spell. In fact, they have 8 cards in their hand. After playing a land, too, so they started the turn with 9. Wow. Excuse me. I'm very interested to see how this plays out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 15, 19, 22, 23 potential damage within our board state, which isn't enough. And that's if they didn't have a single blocker, of course, which they will. All right, the All-Seeing Arbiter. That does some stuff, doesn't it? Drawing 2 cards, then discarding a card, and whenever you discard a card, target creature an opponent controls gets -X, -0 until the end of turn, where X is the number of different mana values among cards in your graveyard, which is 7? Whoa. I can still defend, which is nice, but we're not going to be getting the kill on that creature. Which is -7? Holy. And they do prioritize our beloved Planeswalker. That's going to tap them, I believe. Oh. That's on every discard in a Connive deck? That is fantastic.
No
Bro,
matter.
settle down.
Phyrexia's victory is
I mean, we could still block. I hope they attack, honestly. Do it. Do it. And now discarding again. Wow. Until your next turn as well. So they're actually shutting down our attacks here also. I like it. I mean, give us the draw. We keep the token. Original goes to grave. Any number of non-land mana values, right? So here's a 2, 3. Actually, let's just here. Get rid of their flyers. Get rid of those, and now we can double cast here. We like that. I mean, double Kraken's fantastic. That might get us the win, I don't know. Very good. Very, very good. As long as we keep offsetting those flyers, right? They have a ton of cards to discard again with this Arbiter, which isn't great, but we're holding on. We're holding on. Jellyfish is going to save us. Volvo is going to save us. Volo. I like it the other way better. Oh, shit. Now that's funny. They have so many cards in hand. Only 14 left in library, though. We're at 34, which gives me some fuzzy feeling inside. I think they might just mill themselves out. Yeah. Oh, ouch. Okay, that's good for them.com. That was one of my key cards here. We're gonna knock out our flyer. I still block it though. They can't pay. It's Ward 3, isn't it? I don't want to put their attention to it. Yeah, that's game. It's Ward 3. We stabilized, accumulated value, and we're literally at that tipping point where we're ready to explode. That was fun. Going first, I like it. Oh, they did have a field wipe in the deck. The Esper deck has a field wipe and they didn't pull it. How lucky were we last match? Alright, let's just get after it. I guess this is going to be a light source. Alright, we're chilling. I mean, yeah, let's just go slow with that then. It's probably a little bit safer. Opening up a second black source for us as well. Cabaretti. Okay. Alright, so this is originally 8 mana. We can go to 5. 3 creatures, that's probably acceptable. Hello, good game. What up, bro? You, 3007. A lot of land. We don't mind. If they decide that they're not going to flood out, we'll just single target our way through it. Minx, this is good. Getting hit for 4. There's a black source. Land can go. Fast turn. It's going to be a lot of damage, and I'm not looking forward to that. A pup, okay. Yikes.com. Do they play a land and then slam Jetmir? Uh-oh. I shouldn't have uttered the words. I shouldn't have said anything. Unless they know our hand and they're going to play around it perfectly, which I suspect they will. Welcome to the stream, you. Do you think seeing my hand's enough to beat me? No, I don't know. Maybe there's no other creatures in their hand, but I doubt it. It's so suspect. We clean it up. We literally have no other choice. Thanks. They seen it coming. They seen it coming. I feel like they did, unless that entire hand is land. Nice 5-drop. Just gonna toss the land here. Start taking these counters, getting the draw. Scrying for next turn. Can't believe that's non-legendary. That's pretty cool. We have a little bit of removal, some interaction. Racketeer's boss is buff.com. It's a 5/4. Wow. 5/4 trample vigilance makes a treasure. That's incredibly good. Oof. Gala's just pumping it up. Take out the boss if we can. Maybe protection. I don't think so though. If there is, we can bounce Aroni it. Just conniving our way through the deck. We're gonna toss out that march. Take our hit. Just fill the field. So I think it's probably a rare opportunity that we have more creatures in play than the Cabaretti deck. We have 7 mana, which is enough to double drop these next turn. Which just, like, our field state pops. 2 life, like a massive connive with the discards, allowing us to seek, right? Once each turn, but there are 2 of them. Hey, that's going to be a good way to push up there. Survivability, right? Just dump all your mana into this. And now you've got a really good body. They must take the Diviner, I guess. They can't afford that. They can afford to take the Shredder. Maybe they just hold on to it, I don't know. Shredder's the only thing with flying, so it does make a lot of sense. The Psychic is going to probably give us lethal, I'm hoping. Or we should have interrupted their life gain there. I think we'll be fine. This seems like enough. No attacks, straight chillin'. Probably holding out the Interceptor there would have been a good play, but it's not like there's a full hand and, you know, there's what, a 30-40% chance that they draw land, so I don't want to just waste it. Burned. Good play. Good play, good play, good play. I guess that's that. Hold up our Interceptor. I like this. This was a really nice tempo build. Show him this warden we just top decked. More clicks per second. Clicks per second, baby, equals damage per turn. That's why you see people click on the side of the screen really, really fast. Holy Toledos. This event was so much fun. Gaining some new alchemy packs, getting to experience all of the new cards. I'm a fan. I wish the event was longer, had more rewards, but at the end of the day, it was a very fun way to spend the last hour with you all. Thank you so much. Again, here's a rank update. We hit rank number 2. We immediately fell to rank 3. I lost 1 game. Fell down to rank 11. Had to win 4 in a row to get back to rank number 3. I woke up this morning at 6, and now we've fallen to 7. The grind, it does not stop. Thank you all so much for your support. If you did not see this video where we reach Mythic, check that out. It will be my previous upload. And as I always say, have an absolute magical day. But before you go doing this magical day, why not leave a thumbs up? Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so. Become a YouTube member. Join the community Discord. And then have an absolute magical day, eh? Cheers. We'll see you soon in the next.